Hi Capricorn, welcome to your energetic weather forecast for October 16th through the 22nd, 2022. The first card I'm going to pull for you is your solar outgoing energy. It can be likened to your egoic energy, which is the impetus that gets you out of bed or motivates you to do something. So let's see how your fiery energy is for the week. You have the 10 of Wands. So this can be plodding workload. It can be slow-moving energy. You have things to get done. You definitely do it. I don't know if it's with pleasure, but I do feel like you're taking on a lot of responsibility this week. If you can lighten your load somehow and give back the responsibility to somebody else, that would be helpful. Having said that, you are towards the end of a cycle here, and you may find some of your passions or some of the things that you've instigated prior to this finishing up and getting ready to start something new. The 10 of Pentacles, or any 10 is numerologically, it's the end of a cycle whilst beginning a new one. Okay. So a lot of energy, but you're going to have to use it. And sometimes that last mile is the hardest. On an emotional level, you have a new beginning. You have the Ace of Cups, so a new emotional beginning. You could be emotional. You could be inspired. I think you can run the gamut of emotions this week because the aces hold the entire cycle. And being around water, I think you need to drink more water with the 10 of Wands. Water is going to be important for you. Drink plenty of water. Releasing water, meaning tears are a great catharsis. Also, I feel like water will be healing for you, so if you are working very hard, a salt bath would alleviate any muscle tension. Maybe baths in general or showers will just be very healing and clearing your emotional energy. I do think it's running the gamut of emotions, though, is what I'm feeling here. I think you can go from happy to sad to crying to laughing, the whole 9 yards. Okay, the lilies are coming forward for me, and this is always beautiful things that are created in the mud. So any muddy emotions are sort of, they're wanting to be cleared up, but it's the mud that holds all the nutrients for growth. So there is something to the mud, something necessary to that muddiness that we may be feeling. Sort of that heavy movement forward that maybe slows us down. I think there's a necessity for it for some reason. Can new love be offered? Oh, that's also possible. But whatever it is, and if it is that, then it still kind of puts you through an emotional spectrum. Okay, so for the action and the mental activity, you have the 2 of Swords. This is trying to make a decision on whether to cut something off or not, but it's a stalemate. We can't make that decision. It's very possible that the decision will be made during a lunar phase of the new moon. That's very possible. So that's coming up in a week, and so this week you may be still at a stalemate, and next week you might be able to be better equipped to answer that question for yourself. So I'm going to say there are mental questions that are not being answered this week just yet. Don't strive too hard. I would say give yourself a week off from making that decision. On a physical level, you have the Two of Pentacles. So you're kind of definitely, what I'm seeing here, at the beginning of a new phase. You have the 10 here, which is endings and new beginnings simultaneously. You have the new beginning and you have the next step to the new beginning. So we're just beginning something here. We're just at the early phases of some situation within. So the Two of Pentacles is trying to maintain a balanced inner world and financial during adverse energies. So it's a bit of a roller coaster ride, although we are trying to maintain equilibrium here. With the Two of Pentacles, we're just trying to keep our balance a little bit lighthearted, I want to say, with this. The Two of Pentacles is a rather sexual card. So there could be something that's coming up for me. There could be something in regards to that, especially with the Ace of Cups there, on an emotional level. Okay, so let's look at your Spirit card, which sort of pulls everything together, puts a roof on the house, that kind of thing. And it's also what Spirit wants you to know in regards to the week and to the situation you find yourself in. High Priestess, another 2. So there is partnership here, and that can be in love, in ways of thinking, and in your finances. The High Priestess is the passive female magnetic energy that we talk about in the water, in the emotional side of things. But this is your intuitive level. You really kind of may be dealing with the earth, the things of the earth. On an intuitive level. And I say that because of the fruit that she has here. It's a fruit that Persephone went to the lower worlds. It's just eluding me right now. I'm sorry, it will come up. And it's one of my favorite fruits. She took 6 of the seeds with her when she left the underground, or the lower world, I want to say, as a promise that she'll be back. And so when she's gone to the lower world, then there's no growth here. And when she returns, then spring is comes back, and the earth is fruitful again. So it's kind of like going into the underworld right now. And I think that's because we're finding it very difficult to make decisions. But in this case, the High Priest is telling you that you have an intuitive feeling about this, and that you probably should listen to your intuition. Your intuition is right in regards to making this decision on all levels here. I think I would like to pull an extra card for the Two of Swords. This kind of seems like the most difficult card right now. And you have the Five of Wands there. So there is an internal conflict, a mental conflict that's going on. And it could be the outer that's creating the internal conflict. But these are situations, people's ideas, that sort of thing, that conflict with each other, even though they're trying to build the same thing. You know, they all want to build this form, this pentagram, because it's 5. and everybody has their own idea on how they want to do it. And so there's this very lively discussion. It doesn't always have to be angry, but it is lively and it's changeable. With the 5, it's changeable. So the 2 of Swords is really just trying to figure that out. I think with the 5 there, it's unstable right now, and I do think that it's not the time to make the decision unless you absolutely have to. And if you absolutely have to, use your intuition. Not your mental capabilities, but your intuitive capabilities. And I see that here as well because water is your intuition, and you're receiving messages, you're receiving that information, and so it's just a matter of listening to it. So I think your emotion is going to lead you in this case, not your mental energy. All right? I'm going to leave it here. I hope this has been helpful. It's only a week. In a week, it will change again. And I think if you listen to your intuition, this forecast is mostly sunny. I do see you on a new cycle, and that can't be wrong, especially since you're ending one that's been a bit of a burden for you. Okay, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. See you in a week. Thanks. Bye.